This podcast is not for the easily offended. What you're about to hear may include scenes with adult language and/or situations. Let's hope it does.
Now, in case you forgot, last time on Burning Edge.
The team has received a job from a fixer named Slide to steal a box from a Drakon International truck crossing the city on Friday. They don't know what's in the box, nor do they particularly care. They've done a little bit of legwork to try and figure out the most likely route through St. Louis, and have even tested out safely and quietly disabling another truck, temporarily. It's Wednesday, January 10th, 2080. The temperature is in the teens with a mostly cloudless sky overhead. Gray snow sits plowed up high waiting for a nicer day to finally melt. With just 2 days until the truck is expected to cross the city, we join a team for another day of planning. Humper, how you feeling about staying in a slummy apartment with a dead guy?
Disgusted. It's horrible. It's really hard to rest in this. How do you people live in this squalor?
Cassandra, quit complaining.
The
We heard it. The man's cut in half. He's disgusting. He smells like putrid flesh. I mean, come on. You think I like it?
You seem a little more adjusted to it than I would like, yeah?
Well, let's just say this isn't the first time I've had to stay in an apartment with a dead body. Let's just leave it at that.
Cassandra opens and closes her mouth multiple times and then gives a nod and looks away with a disturbed expression to the far corner of the room.
Cass, look at it this way. Use the dead body and the conditions here to motivate you to do a good job and to help us to get out of here and to help you get into some better accommodations. Huh?
Right.
That's a good bunny.
Right.
Alright, so how are we going to hijack truck?
You all figured out the routes. You know how the trucks are going to work by this point. We should just have to pick a point to start tailing the truck, then intercept the truck, and make its contents our things.
Weren't we going to just stop it in its tracks instead of trying to chase it?
Well, it's not so much chasing it down in a prolonged chase so much as just we find a place that we would like it to stop moving, make it stop moving at that point, and then what is once their stuff is now our stuff.
Do we know the route?
JB looks over at Deuce. We found the route, didn't we, Deuce?
We found the most likely route, I would say.
It's pretty much 100%.
Yeah, pretty much, like 98.
Like 100%.
All right, so where on that route then?
Well, that is correct.
Where on the route are we stopping the truck?
I think what she wants, JB, is for you to show her where exactly. Maybe you should.
Oh, she wants me to show her something. Oh, I did not hear this particular passphrase. You know, as you people say.
Hey, JB, could you please show everyone where on the route we're going to stop the truck?
Yes, I will show everyone where we will stop the truck on the route.
Thank you, JB.
And I send everyone the map.
JB has a window to turn the truck off. If he doesn't, I put a round through the engine block, and then Cass and Micah, you take care of the driver if there is one, while me and Deuce unload the truck, right?
Sounds about right. Even if there isn't a driver, somebody will have to be providing security while we get our job done.
Well, JB's going to have to make sure that he jams that truck as well so it doesn't call out of distress, or if there is a driver, he doesn't call anything out. He's also going to have to get us access to the doors to open the back of the truck and any of the doors in the cab so we can extract said driver, if there is one. So this is a lot of what I'm hearing and what I'm really feeling uneasy about. This relies a lot on JB. So JB, are you capable?
It depends how many tacos are in it for me.
I have this. This is a jammer. It's meant so that if people broke in, then they would have a hard time communicating. But I can't see why it wouldn't work here, too.
That's great, Kat. That's one thing. Now, one less thing we have to rely on JB. JB, though, when you brick that truck, we need access to the vehicle, the doors in the back, the cabin doors. Are you able to do this?
Why do we need the cabin doors?
If there is an individual in the cab of the truck, we need to get him out.
Why?
Preferably so we can maybe do something to convince him to, not report us right away, or describe us to authorities or to the company he works for, or just in case he decides to be a hero.
At the very least, it'd be really awkward for us if, the drivers of these trucks are aware of or have installed some sort of manual override that gets them around whatever you do. Not that I'm doubting your ability. I'm just going to feel really, really stupid if I'm standing beside the truck threateningly and they just drive off, with Lone Star coming to breathe down our necks in a few minutes.
Nah, none of this will happen. They'll never get away.
JB, you should stay in your vehicle so that once we have everything we can make a quick getaway. And you can do everything you need to do from there.
Yeah, that is a good idea, Kat.
And if there's a lock on the back of the truck and you felt open that, I might be able to.
Well, seems like we're all set. When are we going? The sooner the better. Cass here doesn't like our accommodations.
Anything else you need to do? Maybe go to a hardware store, get some bolt cutters, or 2x4s to put a bunch of nails through.
Why?
In case you get in a street fight.
I figured that was for popping tires, actually, but
I'm actually okay with all of those answers. So I kind of want you to roleplay going to the hardware store and describing to the guy what you're trying to do.
We need 2x4 nails. What do you guys think? Super glue or composite?
they're nails. You get a hammer and you drive them through the wood, JB.
Oh, right, a hammer. We need but to cement it to ground.
Well, what are you building? Are you making like a birdhouse or like a tree house? You building a shed?
Yes.
Yes.
So you might need some
Yes.
quickcrete. If it's a shed, you might want to dig it in. So you need a hole digger.
Well, it's more of a birdhouse, and we're looking to mount it on the side of a wall, but we don't want to drive nails through it because it is a barrier, for water and nature and whatnot.
Sure. And he gets some like wood glue or whatever.
Do you have the solvent for this?
Sure. And he piles another thing on there.
Hey, JB, how
We-
are you going to pay for this?
And JB just slowly backs away and turns around and walks away.
So JB does have a bit of money.
But no sin.
No, but that just happened.
I still have that cred stick with some neon on it.
JB's looking at the key machine.
Micah's out front smoking a cigarette.
Just finish telling him what you need, JB. God.
And you don't need the key machine.
Yes, I do. How much for a key machine?
Cassandra's just shaking her head and waving no behind JB's head at the guy.
Each key is 2 new.
No. You do not understand. How much for a machine?
You want to buy our key machine?
Yes, I want Linda. How much?
I mean, it's
No.
it's not for sale.
No.
Like we,
Everything is for sale, name price.
I'd have to go talk to the manager.
Do it now.
No. That won't be necessary.
Go get the manager right now. I want to buy this machine.
Cassandra starts reaching to drag JB out of the store. He looks at Deuce. Handle this.
I am. It's okay. Deuce is waving his hands at Cass, like, no, like, let him go. I see where JB's going with this. It's okay.
Go get the manager right now. Did he walk away?
So he wanders off and
Grab it.
Cass, come
Grab
on,
it.
let's go.
Let's go.
Deuce helps.
Cass grabs the items that she's directed at and is running out with a look of, what is my life?
About the time you get to the front door, he comes running around the aisle like, wait, you gotta pay for that.
As Deuce, JB, and Cass all go sprinting out the front door past Micah.
You guys are seriously some hardened criminals.
Shoplifting.
Jesus.
Did they all walk in there with their faces exposed
Yes.
and shoplift?
Yes.
Wonderful. Wonderful. This is great. I'm glad I remained outdoors. I will continue smoking and pretend like I don't know them.
All right. Can I hack into their host?
You're just going to give them doctored versions of all of our faces.
He's gonna replace all your faces with Micah's.
But like in a very obvious way.
So I'm picturing like a bunch of people wearing Guy Fawkes masks, except instead of Guy Fawkes masks, they're Micah masks.
Yes.
It's just Photoshop pasted.
It's like low resolution printer paper. Like,
You can even see like the pixel outline of where the edge of the GIF is, the image is.
and we didn't even bother cutting out the face off of the piece of paper. We just took the whole piece of paper and stuck it over.
We just stole hardware equipment for a backup plan.
We're poor. Give us a break.
You're really not that poor. You just potentially committed a felony for like 20 million worth of crap.
That's not a felony.
Everything's a felony in the sixth world.
You're a felony.
So yeah, let's I guess let's try to hack a host. So I assume you wouldn't go to one of the big mega corporate chains.
So, like, if Cassandra's even with them, she can't have gone anywhere that would have had decent cameras along the way.
True.
So these would be El Cheapo crap.
All right, so you're stealing from a small mom and pop owned place.
Yeah, the more innocent, like cute and innocent they are, like their grandparents, that'd be nice. That's to hack on the fly.
So you managed to get a mark on the host of Jensen's Home Improvement Center.
Can I search for a file that's like security footage?
First, the host that you're trying to get into
Mhm.
kind of looks like a lumber mill with
Yep.
lots of wood moving through. Those are kind of the data packets getting split into smaller pieces or sanded down, and then the sand gets like turned into plywood, that sort of thing. From what you can tell, there's no ice here because you never made, perception check. So what does it look like when you hack into a hardware store host?
This is the part where JB gets killed by black ice.
A mom and pop shop.
I guess I run up to the side of this barn and I like spawn a rock in my hand and I bash out the window with it and I just jump inside.
And that's your sneaking, huh?
Well, it's okay. So it's a magic rock. So whenever it crashes, like it doesn't actually make a sound.
Shouldn't it be like a wrench since you're all automotive themed?
Don't tell me my theming. This is not a sexual thing.
I'm reminding you of your theme before.
Should it be a Stig helmet?
No, it's a rock.
All right.
And I go up to wherever they're creating all these packets, and I'm gonna search for one of these logs that's marked like video footage or CCTV, something like that. Do I gotta roll anything?
Give me a matrix perception so that you can find what you're looking for.
All right.
With 6 hits on your matrix perception, you can definitely find it. And you want to edit file?
Yes. And can I search for Micah?
Well, she's outside.
No. In the archive footage, like the recorded footage.
Like she's outside. She never came in.
Oh, do they not have cameras outside?
I mean, they probably do.
All right.
But if you've ever seen an outdoor camera, they're not particularly high resolution.
I will search the internet for a cartoon gorilla,
Okay.
and I will cut out the face of the gorilla and put it on all of our faces through all the footage.
I mean, if you're seriously going to put Micah's face on all of them, yes, there's a high resolution camera out there.
Oh, well, then
Oh
in that
my
case,
God.
I take a picture of Mika and put it on all of our faces. And like I make it like
Not
one
to
of those things.
mention, you probably have footage of Micah's face at some point.
Yeah, but I don't want to make it suspicious.
Ah,
Oh, he's definitely taking pictures of you, surreptitious.
Oh, yes. All the entire team. Everyone, all the time.
That's not creepy.
It's professional. Right. So I'm gonna edit the files so that they're like edited so that it looks like Mika's doing like an ooh and ah face and like doing like all these crazy faces at inappropriate times.
Okay, let's do a computer and logic.
You could just delete the file.
That's just lazy.
And efficient and less weird.
I think weird is what we're aiming for at this point.
Oh, God.
So yeah, you managed to splice the files together using archive footage of your teammate. She's going to kill you someday. I just want you to know I'm not going to stop it.
I don't think I will either. All right, nobody worry. I got everything covered. Mika, you're a great help. And then I'm just gonna head back to the apartment.
Micah has not moved from her spot. They took off running. If somebody comes out of that store, she is not making a move until she can make it reasonably assumed by everyone else that she was not part of those people.
She's just randomly smoking in front of a hardware store.
Just
bunch of
randomly.
people run out.
Yep.
You go buy a screwdriver or whatever.
Exactly. I am not doing anything.
So I assume y'all meet back up at your apartment, or would you like to go someplace nice?
The apartment. Get ready. I assume that's where Kat's gear is.
Yeah, start loading up guns.
So is this like one of those scenes from the movies where you've got like the table laid out, there's like a bed sheet across it, and it's just covered in all of your guns, and you've been cleaning them, and
Captain could do that on her own. She doesn't need anyone else's weapons.
Yeah, Deuce would be doing that as well.
Somebody's back in the corner sharpening a bullet.
JB has taken apart his comm link and is cleaning it out, making sure it's like in tip-top shape.
how are you cleaning electronics?
Turning them off first, sticking them in the washer, making sure they're dry when they come out.
Catherine spins the cylinder of her Warhawk.
So are we ready to go steal a truck?
We
Fast forward today. I assume y'all get takeout or whatever on Thursday.
I mean, as long as it's Chinese takeout, because that's the only takeout that counts.
Sure.
Catherine's finally recovered from her surgery,
As far as you know.
as far as we know.
It's Friday, January 12th, 2080. Day's starting to warm up. Starts out at a balmy 15 degrees Fahrenheit. By the time you're up and about, it's mid-20s. Haven't had any new snow lately, but it's still super cold out.
JB, do you have a map overlay for all of us with real-time positions that you can update us on?
yes.
A tactical map would be really, really handy.
Oh, would it?
It would,
It'd be
please.
very nice, wouldn't it?
Yes, please.
All right. Here's your tactical map. Mika, did you see the map? Tactical map. Mika?
Yeah, JB, I don't need the map.
Okay.
All I gotta do is stand here with Cass, and when I see a big truck, I'm gonna approach it, if need be. That's it. That's all I gotta do.
When the truck comes within range, JB, you've got, 3 seconds to shut it off.
All right. You're going to really hold the gun to my head on this one, aren't you?
Ah, I wish.
Well, look at it this way. Either we solve the problem and the truck gets stopped in a way you don't like, and also you don't get any tacos because you didn't do your part, or you come on really strong on this girl and get that truck to stop. Oh, God, I referred to it as a
Did
female.
you just say come on strong on this girl? Why are you playing into his mania?
I don't know. It's contagious.
Oh my god.
Why would you assume it was a woman? You could
Oh,
Can
don't
we
give me
just
cool
do this job? Oh, when is the truck supposed to be here?
Yeah, don't worry. You got 3 minutes.
Catherine's in position with her Desert Strike ready.
So you never put a tracker on any of the trucks or sent anything to go with it. So you're kind of hoping this is the right truck. We'll see. I have faith.
That strikes us as about our competence levels.
Good point.
We robbed a hardware store. Clever runners we are not.
Wait. I don't want you lumping me into this we over there. I did
That's a
not
fair
rob.
point.
I'm
hardware
pretty sure
store.
it was all you, according to the footage.
My competence level is still high.
Not according to the closed caption television.
Closed caption. Do you mean
Anyway.
closed circuit?
No, it was closed captioned. I put subtitles.
So about the appointed time, a truck starts lumbering down the road. Unlike the sleek new models that Drakon International has seemed to be using for most of this time, this one looks considerably older. Thick black smoke pours out of the exhaust pipe as every time it tries to change gears, kind of lumbers into view going over the little hill that you've set up by.
Looking down the scope at the truck, is there anybody in the truck, like in the seats?
What kind of scope are you looking through? The windows are tinted.
Oh, thermographic on her monocle.
So with thermo, you could see that there are 2 individuals in the cab, a big one and a small one. The big one is driving.
There's 2 of them. JB, you have 5 seconds.
Okay, I'm gonna slip into VR. First, I'm gonna hack this guy's comlink.
Okay. Would you like to see if he has comlinks?
Yes, I would like to see if he has a comlink.
With 5 hits on your matrix perception, you see 2 comlinks coming towards you, and that's about it.
Oh god, it's an analog truck.
So there's no signature on the truck?
There is no signature on the truck.
I'm gonna pull out, and I'm going to park my car in front of the oncoming lane. I'm gonna park on the left side, like I'm gonna park across it.
Okay.
What is he doing?
Stop.
What are you doing, JB?
This is an analog truck, I can't do anything.
It's analog. Who still drives?
2 men, there's 2 men. And then I'm gonna hack into their comlinks whenever I get the chance.
Would anyone else like to do anything while he's hacking into these 2 innocent drivers' comlinks?
I'd like to DNI Catherine. Shoot the 2 people in the cab.
Do we really want to be pasting these people? I mean, I understand knocking out the truck.
I'm assuming she can use a gel
Knocking
wrap or
up the
something.
truck! This is what you're concerned with? Is the people?
I mean, the truck's not talking to you, right? It's giving you the cold shoulder. It was totally asking for it.
Just because he cannot kill that, you're a monster!
Oh my god.
You're horrible!
Never thought I'd say this, but I gotta go with JP on this one, Cass. That was insensitive.
Just because it's special does not it's older.
Catherine got the DNI from Micah. So first she's sending around through the engine.
So you hit the truck, and it kind of sticks into the engine block. You might have hit a hose or something that's not
Essential.
But yeah, it's still running.
She's then going to follow Micah's instructions and put around through the driver, the larger man.
He sees that first shot go through into his engine block. He sees like the hole just all of a sudden appear in his hood. Not even a second later, he tries to dive to his right to cover the passenger, and when that happens, your shot goes through, like enters right under his left arm and goes all the way through his chest out the other side. Blood spurting everywhere, and the truck then, of course, uncontrolled, crashes into a telephone pole.
The hell, Micah? I had the crew.
Look, JB didn't do his part. I told her to take the shot.
Audibles happen. Let's go.
I'll handle the remaining crew.
What remaining crew?
I heard 2 shots. There was the engine, which is still... Why is the engine still going?
Steam is pouring out of the front of it. The radiator has busted when it hit the lamppost.
JP piles out of the car frantically, runs up to the truck and pops the hood and starts trying to fix it. It is an old man. He was just working for a living, getting by on his oil and gas.
Where's the jammer? We gotta make sure. Well, we don't have to worry about it, but let's just.
Are the two corpses going to make a call?
Catherine flips on the jammer. She runs back to the back of the semi.
No, JB, I'm worried about the vehicle sending a signal back because it's just all of a sudden stopped or crashed into something. That's what I'm worried about.
Oh, well, it's a little late for that.
Cassandra is nonetheless going up to try and clear the cab, has her shotgun at the ready, second shock loaded.
So you're opening one of the doors?
The passenger side door, since I imagine we would have been standing on the side of the road closest to the vehicle, and the driver will always be in the middle of the road.
The truck had kind of gone up off over the curb and hit a telephone pole or lamp pole or whatever, kind of denting in, crushing the radiator. Steam is just spewing everywhere. You jump up on the little the steps that lead up to your typical 18-wheeler cab, and open the door, gun at the ready, and you see an older guy kind of slumped over, blood everywhere, and he had clearly tried to shield the passenger from the crash, as a parent might, and a young girl is covered in his blood. Pigtails hang limp, blood kind of dripping off.
God.
Aren't you glad you didn't shoot her?
No, because now she's got to deal with her dead.
Wow.
Cass, can you put it in neutral?
Cass doesn't respond.
Cass, put it in neutral. Cass, we must save her. Him.
And Cass reaches across both bodies, grabs the stick, doesn't know how to drive a stick shift, and just kind of grinds it around till it looks like it's towards the end.
Cass, what are you doing? You do not know how to shift? JP runs over, doesn't even notice the kid or the murdered person or the blood.
I don't know. This is an old vehicle.
Just let me do it, you stupid bunny rabbit. And then he reaches over and yanks down the ship.
Micah, crew is not a problem. They're not going to be calling anyone. Driver deceased, daughter comatose, I want to say.
Great. Let's get the back of the truck open.
Yeah, great. Those are words. And yes, we have a job.
Great.
This was my job.
Deuce walked around to the back of the truck with Kat, and are the back doors locked?
Yeah, it's locked with a padlock.
Okay, Deuce pulls out his crowbar to remove the padlock.
You stick your crowbar in, pop the padlock, open up the door. There's a bunch of cardboard boxes, a couple of wooden crates, and then a pelican case.
There it is.
Catherine hops up, tosses the pelican case to Deuce.
Deuce will catch the case, and I set it down on the ground at the back of the truck. Kat, do you think we should check any of the other crates, see if there's anything worth taking?
Why not, right? And she opens a cardboard box.
Are there any civilians or like random pedestrians standing around freaking out about this or gobsmacked or anything like that?
You have not gone unnoticed by the locals. You do not hear sirens yet, because this is literally taken 30 seconds so far.
Mm-hmm.
But this is not a deserted street. There were other cars moving by. Even if they didn't notice the shot, they did notice that a 18-wheeler just crashed.
Mm-hmm.
Lies and slander.
What do you see in there, Kat? Anything good?
So the first cardboard box she pulled open had a bunch of books. How many are you trying to go through?
She goes for one cardboard box, then pries open a crate.
The first crate, it's got like that packing, not peanuts, like hay.
She's gonna stick her arm in it and see what's in it.
There's a metal case, and it's very, very cold to the touch.
All right, she'll pull that out.
It's got like biohazard warnings all over it.
Her eyes go wide, and she passes that to Deuce. And is that the only one in that crate?
Yes, that's the only thing in that particular crate.
She'll go for the other wooden crates.
Cassandra will try to find one of the nearest still not outright panicking and fleeing civilians, manhandle them over to the cab and tell them that they are to stand there until Lone Star arrives.
Time's ticking in there, Cat. We got to get going.
She'll break open one of the larger cardboard boxes, but is focused on the crates.
So one of the other cardboard boxes, 5 foot high, 3 foot square. It's got a bunch of bust-a-move drone skins you put on a drone to costume it for different reasons. One of the other wooden crates is kind of back in the corner, and there's a big cable that comes out of it and plugs into power attached to the truck. Do you want to open that one?
She does, yeah.
So it's got a similar big metal case in there that the power connects into, and it's got stamps, like kind of the same biohazard and hazmat symbols all over it.
Touches ain't. Does it feel cold as well?
Yeah, it's clearly being cooled. This one much more than the other one.
This is like a refrigerated thing.
How big is it?
About the same size as your Pelican case. Rather than suitcase wide, it's like 1.5 feet by all 3 dimensions. It's kind of a cube.
Alright, she'll pull that out and unplug it. She'll probably plug that in quickly somewhere.
Okay. Then we should probably get moving.
We've got goods we already don't know what we're taking and the product. I think we should be getting out of here.
Okay.
JB, bring the car around.
One moment. He comes back with the planks of wood and starts jamming them under each one of the tires.
I'll do this. Go get the car.
Make sure you do it right. It has to be firm.
Yes.
As she leaves, she goes, do we want to destroy them so maybe they can't tell what we took if you blow up the truck?
You got it.
There's still a little girl in the cab.
If they start going through with that thing, I will start extricating her from the cab and hand her to the Civ, who I told not to move.
Catherine pulls the grenade launcher up. Should I just, torch the whole thing, or...
Get civilians out of the way. We don't need all of Lone Star deciding that we are the best thing to be going after.
Cat, maybe mess stuff up in the back. Make it look like it was rifled through really good. And then maybe one of these. And now toss her a stick of dynamite.
Oh, okay.
You guys do know we have to get out of here without JB killing us, right? As Cass is still jamming the planks in place by the tires.
Do I have to light this on fire?
You just have to start the
I don't
wick.
have anything to start a fire.
Okay, here. And I'll throw her my lighter.
Catherine lights the stick of dynamite.
Not right now!
Wait, are we going?
We are now.
JB pulls the car up to the back of the truck.
JB, get out of here. Take this and go.
What's happening?
Cassandra abandons what she's doing, tells the civilian they're off, they could go, and extricates the child.
Catherine tosses the stick of dynamite into the back of the 18-wheeler.
Deuce waits at the end of the trailer to help Kat get out.
Oh, Kat just jumps out. She's fine. Grabs one of the cases and starts running.
Cass has a shotgun hanging from a sling and a child under one arm.
Where is everyone going?
Move now!
Booby trap!
What?
The truck's crazy!
So does anyone look at the explosion?
Yes.
No, I'm focused on getting pigtails away from explosion.
Deuce will watch over his shoulder as he's running for the bike. He'll glance over.
Catherine, with one of the cases, is too distracted on getting to the van, I guess.
Once the explosion goes off, JB stops the car and gets out and on his knees and he goes, "No!" as he screams to the heavens.
Cassandra kicks open the door of the nearest business, deposits the child, shouts, "Watch this till police get here," and immediately leaves before anybody can get a good look.
I'm Jeff Alla, and I play Jean-Baptiste.
Micah is voiced by Jupiter Sanders.
I am Tempest Error, and I play Catherine.
I'm Quor, and I play the former corporate security turned Shadowrunner, Thumper.
I'm Jake, and I play the character Deuce.
The Topps Company Incorporated has sole ownership of the names, logo, artwork, marks, photographs, sounds, audio, video, and or any proprietary material used in connection with the game Shadowrun. The Topps Company Incorporated has granted permission to Burning Edge to use such names, logos, artworks, marks, and or any proprietary materials for promotional and informational purposes on its website and podcast, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with Burning Edge in any official capacity whatsoever. I now have this picture in my mind of the 5 of you living in like a townhouse in San Francisco. Uncle JB comes in, like slides across the floor and has like a catchphrase, and the canned laugh track goes.
Yeah,
Total
and
sitcom.
And it also says, also featuring Stumpy.
Meanwhile, Grandma Micah is just rolling her eyes at all the shenanigans that go on.
We should just turn it into a sitcom. Here we go. Let's pivot.
Oh god.
It'd be cool to not live in an apartment you murdered somebody in. That'd be nice.
It's important to have goals, and that one seems like a pretty...
What about an apartment someone else murdered someone else in?
I know I would feel weird if one of my teammates died and the corp like immediately replaced them with, you know, you and Deuce's characters kind of do the same thing. You're kind of the meat shield. You're expected to go through the door first.
Whoa. Who's the meat shield here?
Maybe they die all the time. Maybe they're constantly replaced anyways.
Deuce worked for a single week before he died.
Yeah, they didn't actually know me that well.
Yeah, they called you Deuce because you were the second one that they've had that week.
And we were the only friends you ever had.
Oh.
Meanwhile, we have Jupiter here, who is apparently talented beyond all measure.
I mean, she is a professional.
Yep. No.
Right, the
I
backbone
mean,
of the show, for sure.
No. Stop it.
Our headliner.
Stop.
We spent all of our talent money on Jupiter, and you got the rest of us.
Let's be honest. You could just open them up and like...
Oh, sure.
Just start swallowing stuff.
Yeah, like if it's fluid, just like stick your finger in it and taste it. If it's a solid, bite off a little nibble.
Why not?
Open it up, and Catherine's just doing shots with whatever's in there.
I mean, to be fair, Catherine's probably the one that could handle it the most because she was created.
Yeah.
She was still created. She's still a human. She's just a prototype of the next thing human.
Oh, whatever. Your shit literally doesn't stink.
That is true.
Because she uses cat litter.
But that's a thing anybody can do. It's just intrinsic to her. That's a thing anybody can buy.
Can I get it to smell like cinnamon rolls?
No. No.
Technology sucks.
Anything else you need to do? Maybe go to a hardware store, get some bolt cutters or 2x4s to put a bunch of nails through.
Why?
In case you get in a street fight.
I figured that was for popping tires, actually, but...
I'm actually okay with all of those answers.
I mean, pop tires? Catherine can just cut the tire in half. Problem solved.
Well, yeah, but if you don't want to perhaps play chicken with a truck, you can just, lay out a wooden plank with a bunch of nails sticking out of it.
You mean like it's a speed trap?
Yes.
That makes way more sense than what I was imagining.
Yes, it does.
I thought you were just gonna hit it with a spiky stick.
You drive up next to it on a motorcycle and you just hit it with a stick.
Going straight Mad Max here.
Yeah, not a serial killer coming back to see her crime.
I didn't kill anybody.
Charlie Manson didn't either.
There you go.